Hey, this is the Uke Revolution. I'm Brooke, and you're watching a lesson for the modern classic pop song by Robyn called Dancing on My Own. This is a pretty simple 4-chord song. I'm going to show it to you in an easier key, but since it's such a simple song, it's easy to swap out chords into a different key. So I'm going to show you the chords for the original key, another option for a key that's easier to capo to get the original key, and I'll show you the chords for the Calum, Scott, and Tiesto version. And those alternate keys are all in the caption if you want to check them out. And also in this lesson, I'll show you some different strum ideas, and we'll put some lyrics with chords over them on the screen just to have some like lyric and chord examples. And I'll play through the whole thing at the end if you want to play along with me a little bit. Also in the caption, there's a link for coffee. If you want to get the PDF arrangement for this song, you can join as a monthly member. You access a whole library. There's almost 500 songs at the time of this recording. And there's a shop there with some freebies in it if you want to get some freebies. Some other helpful links in the caption below. That's it. So let's look at the chords for this easier key that I picked. I picked D. The original is an F sharp, and I'll show you those later. So we have D, A, G, and B minor 7. Nothing too crazy. D, A, G, and B minor 7. And then here's the different parts of the song. So if you start to look at it, you might notice there's two different kinds of patterns. This one that starts with D, and this one that starts with B minor 7. And that's most of the song, those two different little patterns. We just kind of mix them up and play them different amounts of times depending on what part of the song we're in. And in between all of these forward slashes is 4 beats, or 4 down strums. So for the verses, we've got D for 4, A for 4, and G for 8 on this first line. In the first verse, we play this pattern 4 times. The second verse is a little bit shorter. We only play this pattern 2 times. And then we have B minor 7 for 4, A for 4, and G for 8. And that makes up a verse. So just for a little bit of practice, we'll play the verse with just a down strum, and we'll play the short version. And we're going to use a down strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, A, G. Do it again. D, A, G. Now we're going to B minor 7. A, G. And then if you look at the chorus is almost exactly what we just played, but you're going to play this B minor 7 pattern an additional time. The chorus section is the I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Let's practice the chorus with one of the easy strum patterns. So let's look at the easier strums. The top line is an island strum with a chunk, down, chunk up, chunk up. And the second line is a more like continuous, steady kind of strum, down, up, chunk up, down, up, chunk up. So the top line will sound like this with a D chord. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, chunk up, down, chunk up, chunk up, down, chunk up, chunk up, down, chunk up, chunk up. The second line sounds like this. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, chunk up, 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 down, up, chunk up. So if we play the chorus chords with the island strum, the chunky island strum, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, A, G, D, A, G. Now the second line, B minor 7, A, G. The bridge is the dreamy, so far away, but still so near. That part is very simple. We're playing G for 4 and A for 4, and you repeat it 4 times. And actually, you don't really have a strum pattern there because it's the drop out and be dreamy part. So you can just strum down for each one. G, far away, still so near. The lights go on, la la la, dreamy, dreamy. Just strumming back and forth G and A 1 time each. So here's the tricky subdivided beat strums this is the little note from the song sheet. All this stuff's taken from the song sheet. So this is trying to kind of mimic a little bit that thing they do in the original production. And it's pretty difficult to sustain. If you're doing the divided beat strums like the island strum, you're probably going to end up playing faster than the original production. And if you're doing the subdivided beat ones, you probably end up playing about the same tempo as the original because this is more strums to keep up with. It's harder to squeeze all of them in if you're going too fast. So we have down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk. And the second line is pretty much the same thing. It's just your hand might, if you keep your hand moving as you should, or like keep the idea of the rhythm in your hand, the feeling of the rhythm in your hand, you may accidentally end up hitting the strings on the 2 and the 4 here, other than the chunk, and that's fine. So it's a flick. If it happens, it's a flick. If you do hit them and it makes sound, it doesn't really matter. It's just like, it would be really difficult and it would be too much to just keep doing down, up, like that would be really hard to sustain. So putting the chunk in here is just to give you a break and give everybody a break, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a down, up, chunk, 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 down, up, chunk. Now, if I add that feeling of the rhythm into my hand, I'm probably going to flick the strings a little bit. So this is the second line. Down, up, chunk, flick, down, up, chunk, flick, down, up, chunk, flick. See how my hand keeps moving in rhythm? So I'll play the chorus with that strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, G, D, A, G, B minor 7, A, G. It's very light in your strum hand. So let's look at some of the lyrics. So I wanted you to see kind of transitions between things. So I put verse 1 and the chorus together. And we've got the singing note. Because the singing note's a bit unexpected. The singing note is the A string, the 2nd fret. Somebody said, we go 2nd fret, and then on said, when you move down in the melody, it's the open A string. Somebody said. So we're going to play the chunky island strum intro, verse, and chorus with the lyrics. Here we go. G, G. Verse 1. Somebody said you got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? There's a big black sky over my town. I know where you at, I bet she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid, I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, giving him my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own. I'm just gonna dance. And we have the D here, even though it's part of the next verse, because we go right into the next verse. When you get to that D, you can stop the strum. In the original production, when you start verse 2, verse 2 looks just like this at the top with the D and the A and the G. You would strum the D. I'm just gonna dance. Don't strum the A all night. And then you come back in on the G. And then we've got the bridge and the chorus with some lyric. We got the same kind of thing happening. This post-bridge chorus actually only has the D, A, G line one time, and then it goes right to B minor 7. And these chords, the production drops out, and it's just Robyn singing for this line, so you can do that too. Let me show you. And I want to show you going from the chorus. The end of the second chorus, we go right from that, I keep dancing on my own, so far away. We go right from one to the other, from the second chorus to the bridge. So we'll go from the, it's easier to come in here, so we'll go from the I'm giving it my all. 3, 4. Giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own. So far away, but still so near. The lights go on, the music dies, but you don't see me standing here. I just came to say goodbye. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own. So I'll tell you what I just did with this line, because I didn't know I was going to do it either. I didn't play the D, A, or the first G. The second G, I played the 2, 3, 4 of that bar. After singing O, you just play down, up, down, up, down, up. It's the 2, 3, 4 counts of that last bar of G. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Giving it my all. Just a little something you can do. You don't have to do it. You can play those chords like usual if you want. You can leave all of them out and just come in on the B minor 7. Or you can give us a little like kickstart. Here we go. We're getting back into it with that G, the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Up to you. I want to show you the alternate chords, the alternate keys. I'll show you what you can do. So these are the chords we've been using, right? So if you use these chords, you want to get the original key, use Capo 4. Or you're going to play F sharp, C sharp, B, and E flat minor 7. So what you would do is, these chords are in the same order as these chords, the D, A, G, B minor 7. So wherever you see a D, you would put an F sharp. Wherever you see an A, you would put a C sharp. Wherever you see a G, you put a B. And wherever you see B minor 7, you put E flat minor 7. Another key that's close to this is F. It's much easier to play, and then you can capo 1 to get the original key. So you would take anywhere you see D, you swap it for F. Anywhere you see A, you swap it for C, and so on. That's the extra keys. Okay, let me play the whole thing for you, and I'll use the Chunky Island strum. 1, 2, 3, D. Sounds like a pop country song. You play it too fast, acoustically, right? Somebody says you got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? There's a big black sky over my town. I know where you at, I bet she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid, but I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here. Why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own. I'm just just gonna dance all night. On the G, remember we come back out on the G. I'm all messed up, I'm so out of line. B minor 7. Stilettos and broken bottles, I'm spinning around in circles. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, we're back on the chorus. Right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, here comes the bridge. On my own, I keep dancing on my own. So far away, but still so near. The lights go on, the music dies, but you don't see me standing here. I just came to say goodbye. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own. I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Oh, right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, I'm not the guy you're taking home. Ooh, I keep dancing on my own. I keep dancing on my own. And we're just playing D, A, G. For as long as you want, you got it. I keep dancing on my own. And then we're gonna end on D. A. If you like this lesson, you found any of it useful or entertaining, please click like, and you can share with somebody who might also be interested in this kind of lesson. If you have a question or just want to say hello, holler at me in the comment. That's it. Happy strumming and stay funky, everybody. Peace out. See you later. Bye.